So, hello. Um, I actually wanted to start this vlog or video blog, or just add to this blog with some videos, as a way to sort of keep what's the word I'm looking for? Um, keep tabs on myself and accountability. That's the word I was looking for. Keeping accountability for the things that I plan on doing. And I've actually started a story on Instagram. You can follow me at Lenicha B, Lenichab, as in Bell, Lenicha B on Instagram. I started a little bit yesterday, and I just want to recap what I talked about. Basically, what I plan on doing is a couple of different challenges here and there, continuing teaching my PIO classes on Mondays and Saturdays. I'm going to start a training running program, and I've also started reading this book called Lose It for Life, because I had lost about 35 pounds. I was at like 175. I got down to about 150, well, 25. Got down to about 150, 145, and then I gained all of it back within like 2 months. So, I'm right back up to 172. I am not ashamed to say it, but I am ashamed that I let myself get to that level again, because I told myself never again. So the whole point of this is to actually make sure I never again get to that where I yo-yo back and forth. So like I said, I've been reading this book called Lose It for Life. I just started it, and I kind of wanted to chronicle everything, the worksheets that I'll be doing, the devotionals that they give, and basically my overall introspective thoughts on what's going on. So the first thing I want to talk about with this blog, this first entry I want to do, is just about what the book talked about in the very beginning, which is, American culture actually isn't well, it's toxic in a way. It doesn't really help with body image or with trying to eat healthy or things like that, even though they say that, you have plenty of commercials out there that are like, yeah, eat this and you'll be healthier, eat this and you'll be healthier, or cut back this and cut back that. It's still pretty toxic in that it gives us this very bad or unobtainable for some body image, and then at the same time tells us, hey, if you only spend $5, you can get 3 hamburgers and 2 french fries and a drink. It's so cheap and it's a great bargain. So it's like this big huge hypocrisy and fight that American culture has with itself about whether or not it should be healthy or should be working towards that bargain, or being less not less healthy, but basically kind of fighting that body image. I always think of the fact that they say, be proud of the skin you're in, which I do believe is very true. Be proud of the skin you're in. Losing weight is not about your body image. Losing weight is about you feeling good and you finding that health level that makes you, gives you that energy to keep going throughout the day, gives you that confidence and things like that. However, and a big however, we don't need to get to the point to where we're just eating and consuming and just laying around doing nothing. I found it funny, there was a comedian I was listening to last night who is from Malaysia, and he was like, yeah, I'm a little chubby, but I noticed in America, I basically shop at the Baby Gap because I'm small, which is one of those, like, really, this is how other countries look at us, that we're all overweight, and we're all overweight because we consume so much. That's just our culture. So yeah, American culture is a little bit toxic in that sense. However, there is a way to combat it. It's not, well, the thing you have to remember is that it's not going to endorse your decision to change. It's not going to say, yeah, you wanted to change, yay. It's basically going to say, oh, you wanted to change, okay, cool, but, here, let me still give you this hamburger, give you all this other stuff to kind of get back there. That's why even on The Biggest Loser, the people, they lose the weight while they're on the show, but then as soon as they're out of that environment, a lot of them gain it back. But granted, they are still a little bit healthier, they're still making greater choices, but they're still consuming and eating at their same level. Now, part of this also has to do with metabolism, but we'll get into that and the whole scientific stuff in another entry. Like I said, today I just kind of wanted to deal with that love-hate relationship that comes in this culture when it comes to body image and food, and just the fact that it's, like I said, that consumerism due to that high dollar. Now, I find this all ironic that they're telling me about all this consumerism and high dollar and stuff like that, but yet I had to buy the book. This was just part of the reason why I'm doing this vlog as well, so that way you don't have to buy the book, or you can just find other ways or methods to work for you. With me, getting the book was more so about making a commitment to losing the weight for life, and making a commitment to my spiritual and overall mental well-being. And like I said, that accountability, because I do need this as accountability. And I do hope that you guys comment below about things I can do, or tips, hints, anything, ways to keep me accountable and things like that. And I'll keep you, up to date as far as my weight level and everything else goes, and my fitness level. Now, back to it. One other thing that you have to keep in mind is that a lot of times in this culture, there'll be a thing talking about you deserve a break. They'll constantly say, oh, you deserve a break today. And I think that's actually a motto of one of the of Kit Kat, I'm pretty sure, but a motto of some of the other fast food restaurants. You deserve a break from all the hard work and all of your dieting and your trying and everything else like that. And a lot of times we take that break for granted and we run with it. You deserve a break from the stress of life, so we run with it because we think everything else is stressful other than that reward of food, which once again is a very dangerous slope to slide down. There is no discipline message really out there in the culture, so it's not necessarily. You do deserve a break. I'm not saying don't take breaks every now and then. Even weightlifters, everyone says you should take a rest day, and you really should take rest days when it comes to fitness and things of that nature. And even indulge every now and then. Splurging is not a bad thing, but once or twice a week or a month is great. However, you need to have that discipline, and that's what really is lacking in this love-hate relationship in this culture, is that discipline to basically say, okay, now get back on track. You had your break, let's get back to it. So, you need to make sure that you are making that differentiation, and I like how the book kind of helps explain that for me in terms of making that differentiation of, okay, now you need to go ahead and get back on the grind. So another thing that they made that was a really great point when it comes to the whole spiritual aspect, and it comes to the whole discipline as well. You'll notice, like and I'm going to call you guys out, in churches and stuff, they always talk about discipline and being with God and following his example and things of that nature, but yet you rarely see anything about gluttony, which is actually one of the 7 deadly sins, is gluttony. And this is, it's a lot of the pastors or preachers or leaders of the church, they actually are, some of them do have a little bit of a pudge on them. And I believe that a lot of times it has, a lot of times in the church we're even being shown that it's okay to be big. And we're kind of bypassing that 7th deadly sin of gluttony or overeating or overconsuming. Another great thing that was brought up was the fact that, potlucks and things of that nature, originate or happen a lot in church communities. And they, a lot of people encourage going to buffets and stuff after church for brunch and things of that nature, having, coffee and donuts in the hall, and people just eat. So once again, that discipline still needs to be in your, as it is in your spiritual life, as far as going to church and praying or meditating, whatever you do, Buddhism, anything, Taoism, Christianity, Judaism, Muslim. Although a lot of times it is about community and things like that, you still need that same discipline and community when it comes to losing that weight, or just being being and focus on not over-consuming food and not being gluttonous when it comes to eating. So it's really not about the type of food that you eat. It really is about that balance and that discipline. And it's all about moderation. Like I said, you can have that break every now and then, and that is fine. You can go ahead and have that splurge every now and then. I'm not saying don't eat chocolate cake, because Lord knows I am going to eat some chocolate cake. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is you need to find that balance. You need to find that moderation. You need to make sure that it's working for you. Like I said, we'll go into metabolism in a later post, because that actually brings up metabolism and how all that works. But the important thing is to make sure that, and this is what I gathered from the first couple of pages of the book, the important thing is to make sure that as you start this journey, just know that there really isn't going to be anybody out there saying, yeah, you have to have that discipline. You have to tell yourself you have to have that discipline. And you have to have yourself as far as that balance and that moderation. And you have to basically come to grips with that love-hate relationship of food versus body image and figure out where your path lies in that. So hopefully, as I continue with this book and continue on this journey with, like I said, the working out and everything that I plan on doing, hopefully any of this might help you. Hopefully it'll also help keep me accountable and help me. Like I said, you can always follow my Instagram stories, because I do plan on posting stuff like after class and beforehand. Technically this is day 2, because I've actually done the day 2 of this challenge, which was like 100 bicycle crunches and 2 30-second planks, which those bicycle crunches were, oh my gosh, I didn't realize my core was that weak. So definitely something I'm realizing I have to work on. But I'll go ahead and keep doing that on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook. I have my own Facebook page. My personal page is public anyways, but you can also follow my Facebook page, which is the same thing, Lenicha B, and on Twitter, Lenicha B. So that's once again LENICHA B. I'll hopefully have a link and stuff posted on this blog. And yeah, I hope to actually talk to you guys at least once a week about the things I discover, what I do with this book, what I do on my journey, and what I do on my path. Please comment and let me know if you want to follow the path with me, have any questions, comments, concerns. I'm open to it all, and even critiques about background, everything else like that. So hopefully I get to hear from somebody, and if I don't, you know, it is what it is. This is for me, and I don't really mind that either. So thank you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And as I always like to say, peace, love, and sweat. Bye.